Welcome back to AK Dash. Judd here, and I'm about to show you what will increase your conversion rates by about 30% inside of your deal pipeline. They're called pavement assessments. Pavement assessments are like a medical report for a parking lot where we're not shoving pricing down someone's throat on a quote. This is a warm-up stage in your pipeline so that it's essentially a give that allows you to build that know, like, and trust relationship with your customers. So as we start to develop our prospect list, we start making outbound calls to that prospect list to set up pavement assessment appointments. And those pavement assessment appointments are where you're going to actually go and visit live to review the parking lot, where it is in its life cycle stage, any liability risks, and of course, how the property presents itself aesthetically. Once you've done the pavement assessment in that physical form, you're going to go back to your AK Dash platform and develop the pavement assessment. That is that medical report without pricing, and you're going to send that over to your prospect to ultimately get that moved to the next stage to a quote where you end up having pricing on it and then moving it to a closed won or closed lost stage inside of your pipeline. But for the purpose of this video, I'm going to show you how to create a virtual pavement assessment. And the good news is it's not challenging to be able to do this. You can literally go straight on to Google and you can go ahead and search for a property like this. And so what I want to do is I want to look at the property. This is a McDonald's in Orlando, and you can see the address right here. I'm going to go ahead and copy that address right now. And then what's cool is I can actually go down to the layers right over here, and I can look at the street view. So I'm able to actually go into the parking lot right here, and I can navigate the parking lot inside of this McDonald's property to look at the pavement's condition virtually. Let's just go around the property to show you. There's quite a few oil stains. I'm looking for some liability risks that might be some tripping hazards. You can see that there's a crack here. I'm assuming that's right here by the drive-through. And of course, having that ridge right there, anything that a high heel or stiletto can end up getting into and having a trip and fall could end up in a bad spot. And McDonald's, of course, they have inspections annually that they come with RGR and do inspections to let the franchisee know whether or not the parking lot's compliant or not. And so you can see a bunch of oil stains here. All right, cool. So let's go ahead, just for the purpose of this particular virtual pavement assessment, I'm going to use a snipping tool, just a standard screenshot snipping tool inside of Microsoft Windows. And I'm going to grab a section of this parking lot right here. Let's go ahead, and there's a photo. And I'm going to go ahead and save this to my computer right now. Let's go ahead and save it. This is front image, McDonald's one. Go ahead and save that. All right, cool. Now let's go ahead and take another shot. Let's go look at the drive-through area that we'd looked through earlier. I want to snap this shot here. Let's go ahead and snap this. I'm just going to grab 4 or 5 images just to show you how this works. And then we can move on to building the pavement assessment directly inside of AK Dash. This is McDonald's drive-through image 2. I'm just saving these right to my laptop. Let's go ahead and look at another image over here. Okay, you've got a lot of crack sealing and so on that need to get done along this seam. Let's go ahead and snap this shot. Great. And I'll call this drive-through corner McDonald's 3. And let's keep going around this side. You can see here there's no crack sealer that's connecting the concrete with the asphalt. You can see a catch basin right there. Looks like a tripping hazard possibly right here. So I'm going to get in nice and tight here. He's broken concrete a little bit. So let's go ahead and take a shot of this catch basin. Again, go ahead and save this image as catch basin McDonald's back image 4. All right. Let's keep going around the property. Anything over here under this truck? Parking lot's in actually reasonable shape. Most McDonald's are not in this kind of shape. You can see the seam from the paver right here. So I'll probably just grab a wide angle shot of all these oil stains. That's not very aesthetically pleasing. So let's go ahead and snap this whole shot right here. And we'll save this as oil stains main lot image 5. Okay, cool. So we've got 5 total images that I've saved in this scenario right here. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to AK Dash. Remember, I did copy the address when I was in this view right here. I can click on that and I can go over here, copy the address. I'll need that as I'm building the assessment. All right, cool. So let's go over here and let's create a pavement assessment. And of course, as we're doing this, we want to create an account first. So we're going to call this McDonald's. And I'm going to call this, for fun, Central Florida. Let's go ahead and do that. Account type is commercial. First name, we're going to just do a test here. Verna. Joss. Verna testing 123@gmail.com. And let's say that this is a cold call that we've done. And this is a McDonald's opportunity with 8 properties that we are assessing and hopefully doing work for in Central Florida. I'm going to put the address right in there that I copy and pasted over from here. And it fills all this in wonderfully. We'll just call this 333, 333, 3333. All right. I can also attach a logo if I wanted to, a McDonald's logo or whatever, but I'm not going to do that. I click save. And now the account is built. I'm going to go ahead and create a pavement assessment. And I could do it from over here on the left nav bar as well, but I'll click create a pavement assessment here. This is, of course, in asphalt and pavement. The account is McDonald's. I'm going to select the property that we're going to have to set up. Now, what we need to understand is that no property was built yet attached to this account. So what we need to do is we need to go and create a property. Okay. So when you look over on the left-hand side, you can see accounts that are here. You can see McDonald's is right here. You can see the whole account that's here. Okay. You have the ability to merge down at the bottom, but you can see that there is no property attached to this account. So I need to go to properties over here and I need to click create new property. I am tying in this address, which is the address that I'm looking at doing the pavement assessment for. And I am going to go ahead and find the McDonald's. All right, I'm inside AK Dash in the account section. You can see that I've added the McDonald's Central Florida account for Verna Joss. This is the account that's going to have 8 total properties attached to it. In order to add a property to this account, I'm going to go over here to the left side to properties. I'm going to click new. And I'm going to insert the address inside of here. And I'm going to go and find the McDonald's Central Florida, the property name. I'm just going to put the property name as McDonald's Orange Blossom, just to have it there. You can name it whatever you want. Make sure it's something that connects the kind of the address with it, right? So now I click save, and this property has now been added to this account. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create an assessment. As I go to create an assessment, which is asphalt pavement there, and I'm going to look for the property, sorry, for the account, and I can select the property. In this case, there's only one, but in the scenario that there were 8 properties attached to this account, I would have all 8 showing here because I would have added all those properties that I'm doing virtual assessments for. In this case, it's there. And of course, I could call this McDonald's Orange Blossom Asphalt Maintenance. All right. You can also add a video link in, like if I did a Google Earth screen record and I did a virtual walkthrough of the property, I could totally record my screen and do that. So I could go here and, for example, go right in on this property here. And I could be like, hi, Judd here from this company. I am here doing a virtual pavement assessment for you. And as you can see, when we go down to the street view, your asphalt is getting gray and porous, which means that the binder is starting to dry up and your asphalt's going to become fragile. You can also see that the oil stains are very, very apparent. And as we go around this parking lot, we can see that there's some tripping hazards. There's a pothole that's there, as well as the lines are fading out as time goes on, as this asphalt gets oxidized. As we get around to the drive-through, we can see here that there are some seams that stiletto high heels could trip in, and RGR inspection wouldn't want that happening. You can also see that this is pretty dirty outside the drive-through window, so we would make sure to take care of any of that stuff in our pavement assessment that we're doing here for you. And also over here, this needs to be sealed with hot rubberized crack sealer to prevent any tripping and also water penetrating the base and causing damage and breaking up areas around your catch basins for drainage. And again, tripping hazards are not what you want to have on your parking lot. But all in all, pavement's in good condition, and our pavement assessment is going to give you the information you need. So, okay, so that was just a total freestyle with you, but you could do something like that, upload it to YouTube, and then you could put it as private on YouTube and copy and paste the URL from your YouTube channel video right into here. Cool. So I'm going to, this is prepared by me, Dylan, and I'm going to go ahead and start to create the pavement assessment. So next steps, I'm going to go ahead and measure this whole property. This will only take a couple minutes. All right, cool. Let's zoom right in and get to it. Right in Orlando, where Disney is, Universal Studios, busy Central Florida area. I actually like Orlando. All right, let's zoom in and go right in for the full measurement of this lot. So with AK-Dash's awesome measurement tool, you can just drop breadcrumbs around the whole lot, just like so. Make sure to measure only the asphalt. You don't want to be doing concrete, unless of course you are doing concrete, but in this particular case, we are an asphalt maintenance and repair company looking to keep the pavement safe, long-lasting, and looking great, and passing inspection for this McDonald's franchisee. So there we go. You can see I can get pretty fine around all the concrete padding here. Let's go all the way down here. And the way that you cut the building out is just by going around all the perimeters of the pavement. Let's see how quick we're, a minute in, and I've already got it pretty much done. Virtual assessments, you should be able to get a virtual pavement assessment done in approximately 15 minutes max. And it really blows your competition out of the water because you end up doing something that allows you to build that know, like, and trust relationship with your clients. Shoving quotes in people's faces aren't necessarily what they always want. Nobody is really doing what we're showing you to do here. And so you really want to take advantage of that and work the process. Because in AK Dash inside your pipeline, you have the pavement assessment stage that increases conversion rates by about 30%. Skylar Garman, who owns ProSeal, is swearing by this. He's grown his company to multiple millions now. And he uses this as his way in to build these account opportunities. So just to look at this property here, you can see it's 21,000 square feet. Most McDonald's are between 20 and 25,000 square feet, about 14,000 of them in the United States, for example. And now what I want to do is I want to add this current area down here below. So you can see it will actually add it. I can change the color. In this case, of course, we chose green, and that's there. I can also change the area. This is asphalt parking lot. I'll just save that. All right, cool. Save current view. Then I'm going to go down here and you can see now it's time to add in my recommendations on what needs to be done to the parking lot. So I'm going to select crack repair out of the gate, hot crack repair, and then linear feet right here. I'm going to put 2,000 linear feet. Usually about 10% of the whole lot is going to have cracks in a parking lot that's, 5 years, 6 years or older, unless it was really well paved. This lot actually looks in very reasonable shape. But what I want to do is I want to make sure that I am speaking to the emotional aspects of the person I'm presenting this to. So I will say to prevent potholes, and then the description: hot rubber is crack sealing to prevent water from eroding the foundation that leads to potholes that are tripping hazards. So I'm playing on the fear here, right? Nobody wants to have a liability on their lot. And so I'm going to go down here, click save, and you can see that I've now added in that scope of work right here. And when I open that, you can see that this is built in. So I can also add another service. I can add a bunch. You can see them all in here. But I always want to be speaking about safety, life cycle, saving money, all that stuff, right? So if we look at, let's look at drainage, catch basin rebuild, let's just say, so that the base doesn't continue to erode, leading to collapse. This is also a liability risk. So you can take your time and go through this stuff and add this stuff in. Total square feet, let's call it that there's 16 square feet for a catch basin, let's just say, or let's go 24 square feet. Depth, I'm going 12 inches of excavation. Number of catch basins, there's 3 of them. Basin inches, and put 6. Surface inches, 2.5 inches of asphalt. And then I can also put my total pricing in here and all that stuff that I want if I wanted to right now, but I'm doing a pavement assessment. I could do this when I convert it to a proposal at a later stage, or I can put it in now. Totally up to me. I strongly recommend that you just do it one time while you're in here doing your pavement assessment. It won't be presented on the pavement assessment, which is great. So I'll show you an example of this. This is going to be $2,800, for example, no discount. I could put in my total costs, which are going to be, $450 is my costs. I'm not putting actual costs in right now because no need to do that. It's not a finished project. So I now am looking at pricing. Let's do the crack sealing pricing too, because I did not do that. So I'll go back here edit this, and I'm going to put the pricing in as $2,000 at $1 a linear foot, and my cost is $450. Cool. Click save. And I also want to add seal coating. Let's go ahead and add seal coating. I'm going to choose the template, seal coating, parking lot. Whoops. Great. And then seal coating parking lot to protect, to extend the life of the pavement by 50%. This means that you will not to replace the parking lot as often, which saves you money. Whoops, here we go. All right, cool. So you get the drift, I'm sure. Number of trips to the seal coat plant, only one. Coats, I'm going to put 2. Square feet is 21,000 square feet, as we measured out earlier. Total price, we're going to do this at, we'll do it at 50 cents a square foot for a double coat. All right, so we're charging $10,500. Total cost on this is $4,300. Assumptive. All right, cool. So these are all in here. You can see the emotional portions of this. I'm speaking to saving money here, and I'm speaking to safety here. These are all important things. And then, of course, choosing the pacer rating. This lot's actually in pretty good shape, so I'm going to choose a 6 in this regard. All your template stuff is in here. You can adjust that in your settings if you want. And we can choose whatever proposal terms that you want here, okay? Okay, cool. Now I am going to show you what it looks like, but let's go ahead and go to next step because we aren't done yet. We've got to add in our images that we took earlier on the virtual assessment from Google Earth. I'm just going to select all of these images here, and I'm going to add these in. Just throwing a caption in for all 5 of them. I can adjust those later. We could do one at a time if we wanted to as well, but I'm cool with this. So oil stains. And then catch basin repair or rebuild. Crack sealing. Let's do this. Crack sealing between. Drive-through cleanup. Drive-through cleanup. Awesome. And I'm going to click finish. Nice. And now right here, I could email the link to the person for the virtual pavement assessment. I can duplicate it, or I could create a proposal. In this case, I want to view the pavement assessment work that we've done. And I think this is super fun that we're able to do this virtually using Google Earth and AK Dash to do these awesome pavement assessments. I mean, if you're really wanting to go and, search for a great client that you're looking to build a lifelong relationship, this is just a great way to build trust with them and to move it along in your pipeline. So you can see the pacer rating that's all built in here. You can see where it ranks as a 6. Minimal cracks with some traffic wear, seal coating, patching, surface overlay is the maintenance needed. So seal coating is set in part of our pavement assessment. You can see all the photos. I can expand on these as well. These are fun. And I can, of course, go back to my pavement assessment right here. And a lot of the time, just a quick trick here, you can always right click and open a new tab as well. But yeah, there's all the images that are named. And then of course the surface area measurements of the parking lot. And then look there, notice there's no pricing in anywhere here. So this is very cool that it has all the content that's in here. It's all built in. So that's your pavement assessment. And of course, now that I've given it to someone, they're able to see something that doesn't have pricing. Now, the cool thing is that as part of this, you can, somebody wants a quote now, all you do is literally convert this to a proposal. And so, how do we do that? Before I do show you how to convert this pavement assessment to a proposal, I just want to show you your pipeline over here. So you can see there's inside the pavement assessment stage in your pipeline, you have leads, sales, qualified leads, pavement assessments, proposals, closed won. You're trying to move everyone from left to right. So the stage before a proposal is pavement assessment, and you can see it right here. It's in that pipeline. So now I want to create a proposal because they want pricing and details. I'm going to zoom out on that, save current view right there. I'm going to click create proposal, and it literally is converting the proposal right now. And I can actually select the status. So I'm going to send this thing. And I am going through the proposal steps. I've already preloaded everything. Look how easy this is. Pricing's already in. I've already done that in the pavement assessment stage. I literally have the photos already in there. I can update anything I want, but I'm clicking finish. And I can literally email a link to this proposal to the client and request signature, do whatever I want. But let's go ahead and review the proposal that's now going to have pricing on it. Here we go. There's all the pricing built into it. All right, cool. Well, hopefully that showed you how to actually go from creating a pavement assessment inside AK Dash virtually. You could also do it with a physical site visit and do it very similar to the way that I just did that. Your pavement assessments are something that is a presentation that shows your client or your prospect the level of professionalism and credibility that you're looking to achieve by presenting something really amazing. And AK Dash now has that. So increase your conversion rates, work the system, and follow the process. Thanks for tuning in.